Good morning, everyone. We're about to begin our celebration this morning. We're going to start off with Mr. Bernie Hayes. He's going to do the welcome. So if you would move closer to the area. It's a great day to be a Hornet. I'm Dr. Eileen Phillips, and I serve as the Assistant Provost for Harris-Stowe State University. At this time, I bring to you Mr. Bernie Hayes.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. This is an historic occasion. Can you hear me okay? Great. Thank you, Dr. LaTanya Collins-Smith, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Finley, Mr. Benny Gilliam Williams, Mr. Mike McMillan, the Honorable William Lacey Clay, Alderwoman Davis, and Mr. Westbrook for this opportunity. I'm so very pleased to be here today for the opening of the Wolf Jazz Institute and Gallery and the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. This facility will provide a balance between education and learning, relaxation, leisure, security, and freedom. And words cannot express how much this means to me and to the other 23 chapters of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame around the country. We are more than grateful, more grateful than you'll ever know. Thanks to KAI Design, Navigate Building Solutions, ICS Construction Services, Peretti Walls, and the Missouri Historical Society Preservation. Thank you all sincerely for being true professionals and being inspirational. You're a great team. The successful outcome is the result of all your hard work and dedication, and thank you for the pleasure and privilege of working with you. The word gratitude comes from the Latin word gratia, which means grace, graciousness, or grateful. Believe me, I'm all of these, all of them. On this occasion, there are people who exerted so much effort for this success. An event cannot be successful without people who devote their time and resources just to make sure everything is perfect. I want to thank them, each and every one of them. Your dedication helped us reach our goals, and I deeply appreciate every member of this team for showing relentless effort in their support for this project. There's a saying that you are the architect of your life, so we're the ones that can decide on what shape, form, view, and design we want to our lives to be. Thank you. An important part of what gives a city character is a sense of community, is its history. And acknowledging this history, it is by preserving historic buildings and structures such as the Vashon Recreation Center. This center is a witness to the artistic and cultural history of St. Louis and help give us a sense of place and connection to the past. Those associated with the Wolf Jazz Institute and the National Black Radio Hall of Fame set our plans, and as you see, we executed them. We are focused and prayerful because prayer is the key to open all doors. We are optimistic and we trust in God for us to see beyond the present and look into the future. We felt we had it all it takes to make our dreams come true, and we knew the power was in our hands, and dreams are powerful. They motivate us to attain our goals and aspirations and the dreams of the leadership of Harris-Stowe State University, the Don and Heidi Wolf Jazz Institute and Art Gallery, and the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and former Provost Dr. Dwayne Smith and our current Provost Dr. Eileen Phillips have made these dreams come true. And the truest way to make these dreams come true is to live them. And the excitement of those dreams coming true is beyond the description of any words that I can come up with. And we will never forget your support and kindness. And I'm truly humble, and I thank you very much. Thank you all. I would like to now introduce Dr. Finley and Benny Gilliam Williams to come up and say a few words, please. Dr. Terrence Finley, Benny Gilliam Williams.
Good morning, all. You know, we say it all the time, but today it really truly feels that way. Isn't it a great day to be a Hornet? Listen, I stood before you literally about 1.5 years ago when we did the groundbreaking on this particular venture. And lo and behold, 1.5 years later, right, this grand day is before us. I'd like to echo some of the comments made from the esteemed Mr. Bernie Hayes in regard to making sure we thank our construction partners here. So ICS, thank you very much. Navigate Building Solutions, thank you very much. KAI, we couldn't have done this without your actual design for this particular building. So we want to thank everyone for all of their hard work. And I'd like to thank 3 more people. One is the man standing to my right. So this would not be possible at all, right? People look at Dr. Finn like he's doing all the work. No way, right? I'm just the man behind the man, right? If it wasn't for this young man here in front of me, to my side, we wouldn't be here today. So please give Mr. Benedict Williams a hand of applause, please. Great work by you. Thank you for all your hard work, Benny. And then lastly, the other 2 people is, first of all, right, the woman of the hour, the woman of the week, right, the woman of the year, the woman of Harris-Stowe State University, Dr. LaTanya Collins-Smith. We thank you for bestowing upon us the honor and the privilege and having the faith in us to bring this to you and to this campus. So thank you very much. And then lastly, of course, right, we all know, right, the charismatic, the esteemed, right, the man himself, Mr. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Hey, Mr. Bernie Hayes. There you go. Listen, it was his vision, right, that we were able to bring to reality. So, Bernie, thank you very much for allowing us to do this on behalf of Harris-Stowe State University.
Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Finley, for those words. Again, I cannot do it without him. So, of course, he to sign off on everything. But thank you, Dr. Collins Smith, my leader, for putting that pressure on us to get us to where we're here today. And I'm very excited about that, especially being a proud alum of Vashon High School and able to keep some of, when you guys come in this building, you'll be able to see some of the historic artifacts that we was able to keep and preserve within this building. So some of that will be the original floor of the building, the scoreboard, and a couple other things I will not point out or tell you right now. You have to point out yourself. But I'm very excited that we are here today. So at this time, without further ado, I would like to introduce you guys the 21st president of Harris-Stowe State University, our leader, Dr. LaTanya Collins Smith.
Happy birthday.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Hayes. It is truly, 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 as we say here at the Harris-Stowe State University, the illustrious, as my students would say, Harris-Stowe State University, the only HBCU in the city of St. Louis. It is truly, truly, truly a great day to be a Hornet. We have been waiting for this for such a long time, as my board member, Regent Chadwick, would say. Are we really opening? Is it really going to happen? Regent Chadwick, it's happening today. What a humbling moment it is to stand before each of you today to mark this very special occasion, the reopening of the Vashon Center at Harris-Stowe State University. We have renovated a facility that honors those who come before us and that will inspire those who have yet to wear hornet brown and gold. And we have taken an important step in preserving St. Louis history. Constructed in 1936 during racial segregation, this center was one of 4 public recreational facilities in St. Louis available to Black Americans. It was the only place people in the Mill Creek Valley neighborhood could go swimming or play basketball. HSSU purchased this building and its land from the city in 1999. 1999. Thanks to a combination of state funding, grants from the National Park Service, and institutional dollars. And as we talk about state funding and federal grants, we're excited today because the Honorable Lacey Clay, who was very responsible for us receiving those federal funds, is here with us today. So let's give him a round of applause. And also, Senator Roy Blunt, who is not here with us today, but the two of them worked across the aisle to make sure that we receive this funding. Listed on the National Historic Register, the Vashon Center is the new home of the Don and Heidi Wolf Jazz Institute and the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. It provides orientation and classroom space for the university and a new repository for historical documents that showcase works by the Honorable William L. Clay Sr., the late attorney Frankie Muse Freeman, and the late Dr. Henry Givens Jr., President Emeritus of Harris-Stowe State University. As you tour the building today, please take just a moment to reflect on the collective power of your generosity and be proud of what we can accomplish together. For many of you here today, this moment has been a long time coming. Thank you for your steadfast belief in our university and our mission. Reaching a major milestone like this can only be achieved through incredible teamwork. I want to publicly acknowledge the dedication and commitment of our staff, and in particular, Dr. Terrence Finley, our CFO. Let's give him another round of applause. And Mr. Benny Gilliam Williams, the Special Assistant to the President. Let's give him a round of applause again. I'm thanking them for their extraordinary effort in leading this project. When we came together over a year ago, I said to them, we have to get this building open. And they understood what that meant, and they made that happen all the way up even to like 12 midnight last night. They were here working, so let's give them another round of applause. In renovating this building, it was important for us to honor the historic nature of the facility. I must also express my deepest appreciation and sincere gratitude to our partners on this project, KAI Design and Build. Where are you, KAI? Let's give them a round of applause. ICS Construction Services. Where are you, ICS? Are they here? Well, we'll give them a round of applause. And Navigate Building Solutions. I know Navigate is here. Where are you, Navigate? Raise your hand. Where's Ryan? Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing our vision to life. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the legendary Mr. Bernie Hayes, for his leadership and his artistic expertise for ushering us through this project and making sure that we had all our I's dotted and all of our T's crossed. I am so pleased that you are celebrating with us today. And I'm also pleased that celebrating with us today are members of our community whose significant contributions to and leadership has helped us reach this important milestone. Thank you so much for your belief, again, in this institution and our mission. On behalf of the Board of Regents, our students, our faculty, and our staff, welcome. Welcome to the Vashon Center at Harris-Stowe.
Thank you, President Smith. She, too, is a trailblazer, one of a kind, and you have no idea how much support she's given not only to me, but to every department at Harris-Stowe State University. I just want to thank her and wish her a very happy birthday. The next speaker will be a person I've known since he was a teenager. A young man I could go on, talk about the State House and the State Senate, U.S. Congress. But without his efforts and his money, we wouldn't be here today. And it's such a pleasure to see him and to be able to introduce him, the Honorable Lacey Clay William Lacey Clay Jr. Love you, man.
Thank you so much, Bernie Hayes, for that wonderful introduction. Let me say how thrilled I am to be back on the campus of Harris-Stowe State University. And let me congratulate Dr. LaTanya Collins-Smith on your inauguration later this week as the president of this esteemed HBCU, and happy belated birthday. Thank you. Thank you for this invitation to speak today on the reopening of the Vashon Center. And as Elizabeth Taylor told Richard Burton after their fourth marriage, "Don't worry, baby, I won't keep you long." You know, these are exciting times for this historic institution. We have a new president with an extraordinary vision that always puts the campus and the surrounding community as her top priority. For example, the recently established partnership between the NGA and the university will pay dividends for generations of future graduates, and they will be prepared to qualify for good paying jobs at NGA as well as in the field of geospatial intelligence. Vashon Center, where we are going to cut a ribbon soon, formerly a part of the Vashon High School campus, which originally opened, the high school which originally opened on September the 6th, 1927, and it boasts hundreds of famous alumni, such as Anthony Bonner, Maxine Waters, and even my uncle, Irving Clay, the former alderman. And the school and the center were named after George Boyer Vashon, the very first African-American graduate of Oberlin College in Ohio in 1844, as well as his son, John B. Vashon, an outstanding educator in the city of St. Louis in the early 20th century. And you know, today we conduct a ribbon cutting that opens the doors to this long dormant recreation center that will house artifacts of our community's proud past in order to inform and to help shape the future generations to come. And let me close with some scripture that I think is appropriate for this moment. From Revelations, "Behold, I have opened a door for you. What he has opened, no man can shut." And we all need to show up where God is working. And I believe in open doors. I am excited about the opportunities God has placed in front of us and the fruits that this newly rehabbed Vashon Center will bear. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you, Mr. Hayes.
Thank you, Congressman, former Congressman Clay. You know, we are here in the Mill Creek area, and we've all talked about how historic this area is. Well, we have a young man who grew up in it, whose roots are in it, and I want you to meet him, and he has a few words to say about Mill Creek. Would you please welcome Mr. Neil Westbrook, Mill Creek representative.
Thank you. I want to say good morning to you, family and friends. Of course, my friends are my family anyway. I want to tell you a little bit about the Westbrooks family. My father Sam Westbrooks grew up in the Mill Creek area many years ago. His family migrated to St. Louis from the Cotton Curtain of Mississippi. That was in 1916. I was born in the Mill Creek area in 1942. My dad was fortunate enough to work for the city of St. Louis, where he worked at the Vashon Center, at the Tandy Center, where he taught boxing and everything but swimming. That's why he sent us here to learn how to swim. I also want to tell you that it is indeed a pleasure in my lifetime to see this happen. I didn't think I'd live long enough to see a black president. As you can see, I haven't got over it yet. I also want to thank Mr. Clay for being responsible for having my youngest son get into the Air Force Academy. He's now a captain, and he'll be here in St. Louis handling recruitments for the Air Force next month. Once again, I want to thank you all for coming and giving me the opportunity to see the transition, which I didn't think I'd ever live to see that either. But once again, thank you so much for coming, and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much, Mr. Westbrook. I'm sure we all feel the emotion that you're feeling today. All of us. And I want to thank you. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Benny Gilliam Williams, who will do the ceremony for the ribbon cutting. Benny.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you again, Mr. Hayes, and all our speakers for today. At this time, I'll call Madam President back to the podium. Congressman Clay, Regent Chadwick, would you please join me? Dr. Finley. Can I get a representative for Navigate, representative from KAI? Thank you. I'm about to do the ceremonial cut.
Sharp.
Very short. Good.
I will.
All right, once again, thank you, everyone. As we continue to celebrate our 21st president and inauguration events this week, we invite you to come on inside and see and tour the space, and then we'll kick off this evening with additional presidential inauguration events today. We will have a basketball court and ribbon cutting at 2 p.m. for our students at the basketball court pavilion, and also tonight conversation and canvas with the president, and I invite everybody back to join us Friday at 10 a.m. as we officially install our 21st president, Dr. Latanya Collins Smith, in the Dr. Henry Givens Jr. Administration Building, Main Auditorium. Thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for coming.